Who's the last nail? And today it's May 9th, the morning of May 9th. So as many of you know, I'm engaged to Keely, and her sister is Melissa. Well, her sister has a son by the name of BLAINE BIEDIGER, and he is graduating today from, as you can see behind me, the University of Colorado, and he's getting a degree. His major is chemical engineering, and he's got a minor in computer science. So we're going to his graduation ceremony here at the East Campus, not the main campus, but the East Campus of the University of Colorado. This right here is the track stadium, and I'm showing a little bit of the campus here at the East Campus. I didn't realize how big this was. And way at the other end, this is going to be a remnant at some point. At the other side, I don't think you can see this, they're too small, but there's the flags of all the Pac-12 teams, all the Pac-12 schools. I can see Arizona, Arizona State, Cal, UCLA, Oregon, USC. There's some others there, Washington State, Washington. I would imagine Oregon State is over there, and I would imagine, see, I did say USC. So, but as I turn around, this is the main, from what I understand, the main engineering building on the East Campus. Now, there's a tent set up on the other side, which is where the ceremony will be taking place. I think the ceremony starts at 12, and whoops, just stepped in a little pothole right there. And the ceremony starts at 12. There's another building right there that almost looks like some kind of an observatory. But I'm going to go walk around this way. So let's see, look both ways before I cross. Here's some scooters, electric scooters that you see. I guess that's what you call them, online, plus Uber. So you just pick these up and go where you want to go around Boulder. So you see these all over the place here. There's bike rack. A very beautiful campus. Okay, so I am here for the graduation, just wanted to let you know, but I didn't know they were having the Pac-12 track and field championships here, and there's a lot of officials here, so they must be having this weekend. So that's Print-Up Field. That's probably where they have. Hi. I'm here for graduation.
I'm here for track.
All right.
Pac-12 championship is this weekend.
Really nice.
I understand there's an expectation that there could be several people competing this weekend that wind up qualifying for the U.S. Olympic team.
Really? Wow.
And some that are from other countries that are participating with schools in the Pac-12 that will participate for their own country in Paris.
Nice. So
yeah.
This is a big, high-profile event.
This is a big deal.
It's a big deal here.
Pac-12 does very, very well in track, and they got all of it. The running event, the running events, and the throwing. Running events and the jumping events will be in the area, the field right next to us.
Okay.
And the one farther over will have the. I'm led to believe it'll have the things like hammer throw and shot put.
Oh wow!
But all right here.
I should try to come back maybe.
You should.
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday are qualifying for Sunday finals.
Uh-huh.
And It's up. I mean, it's $20 a day. That's not bad to watch.
No, that's
watch
not,
the best athletes in the country for a whole day.
that's not bad at all. I'm from Southern California, so I've been up here in the Boulder area for, oh gosh, 10 years, 10 years. So I root for Colorado, but I also root for UCLA.
They're
So
here.
they'll be here, and well, USC, we won't mention them, but
Well, not if you vote for if you cheer for UCLA, you're not likely to split. It's like there's nobody in Chicago that's equal fan of the Cubs and the Sox.
right,
It doesn't work like
right. Well, you know what's interesting about LA is they say LA is not a passionate sports town, but there's 1 week out of the year where the UCLA and USC people don't talk to each other. And
Yeah.
it's about the third week
Right.
of November.
Yeah.
But
I know that Kroenke is working on getting LA to be a better sports town.
yeah,
The guy that owns the
right. The
Rams.
Rams and the Nuggets and
and the Avalanche and the Mammoth and the Ball Arena. I
Right.
work for him too.
Well, I wish he would buy the Oakland Athletics and do something about them getting their stadium in Vegas fixed up.
What would
so.
you like him to do? Is the stadium not fixed up?
No,
I thought it was brand new.
Well, they want to build one in Vegas,
They haven't. Where are they?
but I think they're coming up about 300 million short. So we'll see what
didn't
happens.
they just have the Super Bowl in Vegas?
Yes,
Well, isn't that where the Raiders play?
right. The Raiders play it.
They want another new
Allegiant.
one? This is 3 years old?
No, the Athletics, the baseball team.
Oh, no. Yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the Raiders.
No, not the Raiders. I'm a Raider fan, so I know about
I'm still pissed at the Raiders. I used to live in Hayward, so I would take the train down the street.
So you're pissed at the Raiders for leaving.
I'm pissed at the Raiders for leaving, and
Well,
the Athletics.
I'm pissed at the Raiders for leaving LA and going back
Well,
to
yeah,
Oakland.
they're gypsies.
That too.
They're
So,
gypsies.
but anyway, I love my Raiders. So anyway, thanks a lot, Michael.
Enjoy
Okay.
your time here, and come on back and watch some of the best track people in the country.
Yeah, it just sounds great. Okay, take care.
All right.
Okay, so that was, I believe his name was Michael. If I have that wrong, I'll correct it. But, when you do these videos, you set out to do one thing and you get tied up on something else. So now I'm going, wow, the Pac-12 championships are here. I mean, these are world-class athletes that are going to be competing this weekend. But anyway, right now, our concern is the graduation for Blaine. So that's what we're here for. Now, Keeley had mentioned something about getting the mountains in the background. And there's a lot of people who are starting to arrive. So Keeley wanted me to get to the top somewhere and get a shot of the mountains. So here are the Flatirons. I've done some videos. That's Colorado Avenue. So I'm going to come back down. I don't want to get up here too high before I fall on my face or something. So here I am in the tent, which is where the graduation ceremony is going to be at this afternoon. As you can see, there's a lot of chairs, a lot of open spaces. Not really sure where Keeley and Melissa are right now. But I told them that I would probably be walking around here doing some filming. Oh, there's Keely and Melissa right there. Okay, that's really cool. Here's the soundboard, the microphones, the sound equipment. Let's see what. I'm just curious as to what software. What software are you running?
Actually not really anything. I'm just using this for playback for some house music.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all it is.
All right.
And everything else is just on the console here.
On the console.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a video for my YouTube
Oh, nice. Good.
channel. So
Very nice.
thanks. And this is all reserved seating, probably for the dignitaries. And guess who?
That was one of the reasons I retired or left HT.
There's the proud aunt and the proud mother of Keely Biediger. BLAINE BIEDIGER. See, I'm going to have to correct that.
Their head office is at
No, I'll put a correction on that. But yeah, I just made a gaffe. I called BLAINE Keely, but Keely is the aunt. She's on the left and Melissa's on the right, and you've seen them in some of my videos, especially at Santa Fe. There's
the jet business is going on.
graduation recognition ceremony. You two are better looking than the book, though. Okay, now Keely's showing me zeroing in on BLAINE's name. Here we go, BLAINE Benedict Biediger. And they spelled his name correct, so that's good. So that's Chemical Engineering Bachelor of Science candidates.
Yay!
So the catering today is we have catering after the ceremony, food, and is being brought to you by the Front Range Catering Company. Exceptional food and superior service. So after the ceremony, which is from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, this is the tent where they're going to be serving food and doing entertainment. And here's the band who will be supplying or be entertaining with the music.
I'll figure it out.
And drinks. So they have a full setup here. And here's, again, the tent. People are really coming in now. So here again is the inside of the tent. I imagine we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the ceremony. The last time I looked at my watch, it was about 11:40 and it's supposed to start at 12. So my challenge is going to be, where can I do somewhat of a halfway decent job of videotaping, not every, not a 3-hour ceremony, but the parts of the ceremony that I want to film and being out of everybody's way, so I'm not noticed by anybody, and yet get good video. So that's always the challenge. So I imagine this is where a lot of the dignitaries will be seated, back here in the black seats. Your candidates for graduation will be seated in here. So we have the master's degrees in the second row. The PhDs are up here in the first row. These are the student speakers, and then the undergraduates are in the third row and back, and then they have some areas where they have some reserved seats.
Welcome everybody to our 2024 commencement celebration. I'm Will Medlin. I'm chair of the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering. Before we really get started, just wanted to ask everyone to please rise for the national anthem. Okay, so again, welcome to our commencement ceremony. Just want to start with a couple of quick housekeeping notes. So it would ask that you please keep the aisles clear so that graduates can proceed to and from the stage and avoid blocking the view for those who are seated. France thermodynamics with me, so I was waiting for the cascade of boos rather than the laughter. I contemplated having sort of a flipped classroom type of approach where we tried to address how thermo sort of could inform you in terms of life lessons. We'll maybe save that for the homecoming in a few years. So instead of making remarks or running that kind of session, we'll start with presenting our degrees in just a few minutes to our PhD graduates. And prior to that, we have a speaker who's been selected from the PhD graduates, and I'd like to introduce her. And that's Laura Paz Herrera.
All right, good afternoon everyone. What a day to be happy and to celebrate. When I was first invited to give this speech, my initial reaction was pure honor, pride, really happy to share my experiences with you all. But then immediate panic hit me, because how on earth am I gonna make Gen Z laugh? Like, we all know that's an impossible task. So I decided to just focus on that feeling of gratitude and happiness instead. Firstly, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you, PhDs, masters, and undergrads, for reaching this incredible milestone. I would also like for all of us to give a round of applause to our parents, teachers, and our advisors today.
So one of the other things we'll do, in addition to handing out the degrees, of course, we'll announce a few award winners from both our graduate program and from our bachelor's programs. And so I'll introduce Professor Laurel Hind, who will cover the graduate awards.
Thank you. It's my honor today to announce our graduate award winners. If I announce your name, please stand. In recognition of graduate student service to the department in the area of teaching and mentorship, Ritu Raj, Julia Callejon Alvarez, Christopher Kalo. In recognition of graduate student service to the department in the area of service and professional development, Colin Kemper, Jesus Melendez-Gale, and Paula Franco. The American Institute of Chemists Graduate Student Award this year is Nicole Day. The American Institute of Chemists Postdoctoral Awardee this year is Dr. Kent Warren. The Max Peters Outstanding Graduate Student Award goes to Philippe Enrique.
Recognizing our PhD graduates, I'll say just a few words about here. So although there's some extra coursework involved with completing your PhD, by far the most important component of the PhD is research. And so typically our PhD graduates will spend 3 or more years, sometimes substantially more, really just focused on the research component and trying to generate new knowledge in chemical and biological engineering, which is really what we're recognizing today. And so the research is carried out in close partnership with a faculty member that can hopefully be one of the most significant and influential relationships of that PhD student's career, both professionally and personally. And so today, to sort of acknowledge that, we're going to recognize our PhD candidates with this traditional ceremony that we call hooding. Right? And so you'll see maybe some stagecraft up here. We'll try to not have too many collisions of bodies as we organize to accomplish the hooding. Right? But what you'll see is PhD candidates will approach the stage. They'll come with their hood. Their advisor, who should be seated behind me in most cases, on the stage will come up and actually hood the PhD student prior to them coming across and shaking hands with me, except for those students that I get to hood because they're my PhD advisees. And so with that, I'll go ahead and ask the PhD candidates to stand for the chemical engineering PhD degree to start with, and come to the stage to be hooded. All right, our first PhD graduate is Laura Paz Herrera. Understanding catalytic active sites for sustainable chemical processes. Our next PhD graduate is Sin-Pei Zhao.
single lights with self-assembled monolayers for gas separation. Next graduate is Zachary Blanchett. Our next PhD candidate is Alexander Borelli. Her PhD is titled HA Injectable Hydrogels to study the role of stress relaxation on MSC mechanosensing and secretion. Next we have Allison Claire Leonard. Allison's PhD is titled Engineering Enhanced Stability and Diverse Molecular Recognition in Protein Folds. Mark Manye Ibanez. Kelsey Uselton. Julia Callion Albanez. Jesus Menendez.
And you all look great, and it's awesome, and it's so great to see so many family members here and friends, and thanks for supporting the students all this time. I did this last year and I'm going to do it again. I'd love for you all to close your eyes, and parents and family too, and think about when these folks first came here. Students, think about when you came here, when you're taking calculus, you're taking chemistry, those classes, and like you haven't even really gotten to engineering yet. Think about, for parents, you know, your students going off and really just going off on their own. I mean, we were still doing remote learning at that time. And think about all the engineering and all the growth that you all have done. And you can open now. Yeah, the rest will not be eyes closed.
To celebrate those of us graduating. I know I speak for everyone when I say we are all so incredibly grateful for the support you've given us these past years. We also know that this is a random Thursday afternoon in May, and that being here today isn't always the most trivial ask. So again, thank you all for being here. Second, I think those of us graduating can also say a big thank you for the support we've garnered from each other these past years. These two majors are a bit of a trial by fire, and as it turns out, challenges such as these are best met with friends by your side. It takes a village to make it through, unscathed or not. My friends and I have a Discord in which we quote each other. And other than Aditya being quoted for telling me, I don't think there's anywhere far enough for you to go for us not to be friends, which is a very sweet quote, thank you Aditya. Most of the quotes in that channel are ludicrous. They may not be the deepest life lessons, but sometimes a good laugh at something completely unhinged is what you need to make it through the 5th hour of clicking every random button on Aspen to try and get it to pull up.
Recipient of the department's Outstanding Chemical Engineering Senior Award caught my attention right away in class, as he always sat up right in front, and he was very engaged, and he always had very colorful hair that I warned him I was going to tease about. It wasn't quite this colorful. I bet that he's had most of these colors throughout the years, you know? Like, he chopped it off now, but it used to be long and a lot of different color going on, which was awesome. Yeah, so Dylan Simone. He's the president of the Chemical Engineering Honor Society, OXC, and the social outreach coordinator for the CU Gender and Sexuality Alliance. He's served as a course assistant, as many of you have, and done so many things, as many of you have. And one thing I wanted to note about him is I've been really impressed with his peer mentor scores. So in my classes, we have surveys throughout the semesters, and he is not alone in this, in that he gives some of his points to his teammates, while teammates give extra points to him for hard work. And actually a lot of you all do that, and I am always so impressed by the integrity shown by so many of you, in that you are completely pushing your teammates up and appreciating your teammates. And so with that, I'll say great job, Dylan.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here on this cold, shockingly cold May afternoon. I'm honored that I've been asked to speak here today. Together we are here to acknowledge all the work we have done to achieve our degrees. And in that sense, I think graduation is a time to reflect. Of course, looking back at all we have done, I see lots of hardship. I see the long nights we've put in. I see the homework assignments we've turned at 11:58 p.m. I see our frantic writing of pages upon pages of equipment design. At times, it can be easy to look back at our college experience with disdain for what we have been through. But I also reflect upon our joy. I see our nights together. I see our 3D printed trinkets. I see our suspicious clocks. I see Dr. Musgrave's water dance in his yearly electrostatic attraction to Matthew. I have come to realize that through all the hard work we have put in and the long nights of hardship, we have also built a community. Together, we fought the endless math in our heat and mass transfer problems, navigated the misty shroud of thermodynamics.
Thank you, Dr. Young. One of my favorite movies from the past 15 years is The Great Gatsby, which follows F. Scott Fitzgerald's 1925 novel of the same title. If you've seen the movie, you will recall the main character, Jay Gatsby, is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, while Jay's next-door neighbor, Nick Carraway, is played by Tobey Maguire. Roughly halfway through the movie, Jay and Nick are talking out back of Jay's mansion on the coast of Long Island, shortly after the conclusion of a lavish party. Jay begins to speak in a longing manner about fixing his past, so to ensure a better future. His ultimate goal is to re-win the hand of Daisy Buchanan, his long-lost love. As Jay rambles on, Nick interjects by saying, "Jay, you can't repeat the past." Jay briefly pauses and responds with what he intends as a rhetorical question. "You can't repeat the past?" To which Nick blurts out, "No." Jay briefly pauses again and replies, "Why, of course you can. Of course you can." Now, if you know the full Gatsby plot, you know that Nick is perhaps a bit too practical in his approach to life. Oppositely, Jay is eccentric and possibly full-bore loony. This ultimately ends in personal tragedy for Jay, but not before he passionately chases what he truly desires in life. The reason that Gatsby scene is etched in my memory is because I have often felt and acted like both Nick and Jay at various points in my life. At times I have been like Nick, curious about the world, but also cautious and questioning. While at others I have been like Jay, too much of a dreamer, overly focused on what could be described as boyish endeavors. For example, old sports. My first time as a student at this university, which was back in the 2000s, my Daisy Buchanan was not a woman, but rather the silly game of golf. And like Jay,
We're really proud of all of our outstanding students, but I wanted to call out the ones that have been award winners from the department and the college. So when I say your name, please stand up and we'll applaud you. Great. So from the department awards, actually, Chemical Engineering Outstanding Senior Award goes to Dylan Michael Simone. So the Chemical and Biological Engineering Outstanding Senior Award and the college's Research Award was given to Kayala Chloe Gapin. The Marilyn and Howard L. Anseth Outstanding Undergraduate Research Assistant Award for Chemical Engineering goes to Liam C. Taylor.
I see if you could all please rise and approach the stage.
Sergeant Williams. Benjamin Simon. Cruz Montoya.
Jose Carrillo Garcia. Dylan Simone. Sahar Kurani. Lena Bokari. Nathan Chang. Sarah Beard. Joseph Sullivan. Bree Edwards. Lydia Flaggett. Bergen Evans. Blaine Biediger. Dylan Langer. Samuel Markovich. Hayden Gunbutter. Logan Harris. Omar Lee. Mashari Alarbi. Salam Al-Jamari. Calvin Fuchs. Samantha Harshberger. Katie Brunk.
Now we'll present the degrees for the Chemical and Biological Engineering Bachelor of Science. I see they're already approaching the stage.
So excited.
Carlos Ruiz Gonzalez. Seattle Trempe. Cage.
So we've come to pretty much the end of our program today. Would really like to congratulate again all of our graduates, but also hopefully this isn't the end, that we want to welcome you all to come back and be a part of our community and participate. I know Wendy mentioned many of you have been peer mentors. We hope that you'll be alumni mentors to our the students who come in after you. And that you also just visit whenever you can. Again, I promise I won't actually talk about thermo if you do. But with that, we'd like to again congratulate everyone, and please would like to welcome everyone to join us at the reception. Congratulations again to the class of 2024.
So this is Bruce the Last Nail, and that's going to do it for the graduation ceremony today. We stayed a little bit. Let's see, here's, I don't know if you can see our entourage, and there's graduate Blaine. Whoops. I can't see what I'm filming right now. I can hear it. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, and we'll see you again next time. But I do want to say one thing. I want to say that if you're watching this to the end, I think you're absolutely awesome. And I just want to thank you for that. If you want to subscribe, that's great. If you don't want to subscribe, that's great too. And if you're not watching this until the end, you're absolutely awesome also. So I just wanted to say that and give you some encouragement. And if you have any ambitions on furthering your education in anything, go for it. It'll at some point it pays off. So take care and goodbye and be safe.